semla. Mmm.
Hello my friends and most welcome to Koon's Kitchen. As you know, this is the channel where we cook efficiently while trying to avoid as much ultra-processed foods as possible. Normally we focus on healthy foods, but today I'm going to make a very special dessert. I'm going to teach you how to make the very famous Swedish semla. So just to tell you a little bit about the semla, it's probably the most famous dessert or pastry in Sweden. And it has a long history dating back to the Middle Ages. It's made out of a bun like this. I made these buns yesterday. A wheat bun with a little bit of cardamom in it. And it's served with an almond filling and whipped cream. Semla even has its own dedicated day in Sweden. We don't celebrate Mardi Gras, we celebrate the Semla day. And everyone eats semlas. I think like a really large percentage of the population is going to eat one on this particular day. But it's something you eat in the late winter, spring for several months, and you see it pop up seasonally on all the bakeries. So we're gonna make semla today. So I've only made these a long time ago with my grandmother, so we'll see how it goes. And I got this recipe from my dad, and I have Americanized it from a European recipe. So we'll see how it goes and what it tastes like. And if you, by the way, if you want to see me cooking with my dad, you can see this video here where we cook moose meatballs when I visited home in Sweden this Christmas. But yeah, let me tell you, so yesterday I made these buns. I first put the yeast in a bucket, and then I put about 2.5 cups of room temperature milk. It's very important that you have all these ingredients room temperature so that the yeast can do its work and rise. Just make sure you stir so the yeast dissolves. After that you put it in the cardamom, the eggs, the sugar, and also the butter. And just about half of the wheat flour, put it in there as well until you get a dough that is quite wet, and just stir it up. Then you put in the salt as well as the rest of the wheat flour, and you just kind of work the dough until it becomes not so sticky anymore. And you can do this with a machine as well, like a KitchenAid if you have one, but I just did it manually. And you're supposed to like work the dough for around 10 minutes just to make sure that it's mixed very well. And then you have your dough, the little baby dough, and what you do is that you split it up in 16 equal parts. Then you take it and you roll, press and roll to little balls. It's important to try and get the ball as smooth as possible. It's a little bit tricky because it kind of folds over itself, but just try and press it down first and squeeze it into your hands, and then just roll a little ball. Then just put all the balls on a sheet pan, and then you cover them with a kitchen towel and you just let them rise for 2 to 3 hours. And when you're done with that, just remember to put the oven on 390 Fahrenheit. When they're done rising, they should be about double the size that they were before. You mix up an egg with a little bit of water and salt, and you brush the buns with it. This is for them to get a nice color after they've been in the oven. Once that is done, you just put them in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the size of your buns. And then they're done. You can let them cool, and you can make the pastries right away as long as they have cooled a little bit. So now when we have the buns, let's make the filling. So let's put those over here, and what we're gonna make it with is to make it life easier for yourself, we're gonna use some almond butter. Traditionally you would roast some almonds and chop them up and make this mandelmassa, it's called in Swedish, is pretty much means mixture of almonds. But just to make it a little bit easier, I'm gonna use almond butter, and we need some powdered sugar and a little bit of water, and that's everything that's in this. So I'm going to put about a couple of tablespoons, because I'm only making 2 semlas today. But obviously if you make for more people, you have to duplicate or make more of the recipe. So I'm putting this in here, and together, I would say about equal parts almond butter and powdered sugar. Just put this in here. And we need a little bit of water just to loosen it, just like 1 or 2 tablespoons or something like that. And we're just gonna mix this up. Until it's combined. Okay. Just mix it up until you have a smooth mixture. Something like that. And then it's done. Now we're gonna cut the buns. So I'm gonna put the 2 pretty ones that I'm gonna use here. And you need a small knife to cut out the lids, because they're gonna have like a little lid that goes on top, and we're gonna take out some of the inside. So just cut down kind of like a little triangle on top. So you cut down into the bun a little bit. So I'm gonna try and get this off like that. You just take it out, and then just take out a little bit more of the inside so we can fit some more of the almond cream. There we go, and you can just discard the stuff that's inside. When my grandmother makes these, she put this into the mixture as well, but I'm just not gonna do that. But you can try that as well if you want. All right, and we can cut the lid a little bit. Also, so it goes nicely on top afterwards. And now we have a little hole in the bun like that, and we're just going to fill it up with the almond mixture. This. I mean, obviously you can put as much or as little as you want in here. There we go. So now that's done. It's so yummy. Just put the lid on the side. And the last thing we need is whipped cream. So we're just gonna put some whipped cream in here. And if you want to make this really easy, you can buy one of those spray cans, but honestly they have a lot of not so nice ingredients in them and full of sugar, and this is already sweet, so you don't need sweetened cream for this. Unless you like really sweet things, but I think it's unnecessary. So just make your cream by yourself. It takes like 2 seconds if you have one of these as well. All right, something like that. You want it to be kind of well whipped, so because you're gonna put it on top, but just not until it becomes butter. Do you know that if you mix cream long enough, it becomes butter? And we just spoon on some whipped cream. If you want to be really fancy, make this look super nice, you can also use a spritzer and spritz on the cream. But for now, I'm just gonna do this. Go. It will look a little bit homemade, but I mean, if you get one of these at the bakery, they look really fancy. But this is a homemade version. Alright, so you're not really supposed to see the almond mixture below. Obviously this is a little bit up to your taste as well, how much whipped cream you like, how big you want to make this thing. Here we go. Something like that. I think it'll look good. Nice! Looks like a little fluffy cloud. And then, the best part of all, you put the little lid on top, and look how cute it looks. And you can press it down a bit so it looks nice. And like that, nice. Ta-da! And we have our Semla! Nowadays, many people eat it just like this, so you get it at a bakery or you make it yourself. But the traditional way is to eat it in a hot wall, or hetvägg like you call it. Then you put it in a plate and you pour hot milk around it. So it, honestly, I don't like to eat it that way because it becomes really mushy, but all of my family does it and they love it. So if you want to try that, you can absolutely try that as well. done and I'm so excited to take a bite of this. I haven't had one of these in so long. I haven't been home in Sweden around the Semla time for many years, so excited to dig into this. So let's give it a try. That turned out so good. Well, I guess maybe occasionally we'll eat it with a spoon also, but you can also eat it like a hamburger. So good. Yeah, you might find it weird that I made sweets, but because this is a channel where we try to focus on healthy foods. But I want to show you ways to make sweets from scratch that do not contain any artificial ingredients, because if you're gonna enjoy sugary foods or sweets, I think the best way to do so is make sure they have real ingredients, and a little bit of sugar is not gonna kill you. So try the semlas and enjoy them and let me know what you think. Also, if you don't like the almond filling, what you can do is you can put in vanilla there, and you can put in chocolate filling or pistachio cream or whatever you can think of. I'm gonna give one of these to my son because it's almost his 2-year birthday, and I'm so excited to see what he thinks about it as well. So stay tuned to see his reaction to the semla. Let me know if you like this video and if you want more Swedish food content. I love showing you what's from my country. So drop a comment and tell me what you think, and subscribe if you like this, and I'll see you in the next video.
Semla.
Very good.